Welcome back to Real Trucking Game with NSB. First and foremost, I want to apologize for my absence. I haven't been on for a few days, and y'all probably gonna have to give me to, maybe next week, kind of get back into the flow of things. I just want to come on here, give y'all an update, and let y'all know what's kind of going on. I got a phone call on the 8th, on the 7th of this month, January 2026. I had just been up 5:30 that morning in Memphis. Left out of Memphis, had just made it here to Texas, and on my way, a few hours from Dallas, my brother called and told me that they had to rush our mom to the hospital because she was spitting up or throwing up black stuff. We knew our mom had already been kind of sick. She had been on hospice for about a year, and this last little hiccup, I should say, we kind of felt as it was making a turn for the worse, in a certain sense. We felt that she was getting better, but it was still kind of going downhill. And I was planning on getting home that Thursday, that Thursday. I was planning on getting home, which was a Tuesday, and I got the call. So, I had to make a decision. Like I said, I had another load that morning. Well, it wasn't booked yet, but I was booking a load that morning to pick up. So I had to make a decision. Like I say, from 5 that morning to what is maybe 10 the night or whatever. I had maybe 4 hours left on my clock, and I was about right at 4 hours away from home. So it was pretty serious. And it was just like, hey, I can't do that load tomorrow. I'm not gonna make it. I called my boss and told him what was going on, and say, hey, is there any way I can go ahead and get home today? He asked me what was going on. I let him know. He said, well, how many hours you have on your clock? I told him I got 4 and maybe a little change. He asked me how far was I from the house. I told him, hey, I'm about maybe 3:45 from the house. So he told me go ahead and head to the house. So that's just what I did. I made it home around about 11:30, 11:45, and rushed to the hospital. Got to the hospital. My brother and everything was there. Pretty much just having to watch our mom on a dying bed, pretty much. Take her last breath. January 8th, 2:10 a.m. Watching my mom take her last breath, her last few breaths. Out here on this road, these are some of the things that you're gonna face. Although we don't want to face them, we don't want to have to deal with them. These are some trials and tribulations that you're going to have to face. By the grace of God, you know, I was able to make it home. I was praying the whole time, you know, hey, just let her hold on just a little while longer, so I can make it home, These are some things you're gonna face out here on the road. So my message to y'all, hey, your loved ones, spend time with them as much as time as possible. Hopefully you have a great company, a great boss or whoever. And if something like this does happen, that you can get home. By the grace of God, I was able to make it home. But again, like I said, I'm not gonna get in too much detail today. I'm go into detail another day. I just wanted to give y'all the common courtesy and let y'all know what's been going on, or why I haven't been on here as I was. So like I said, the 8th of this month, my mother passed away. Like I said, just it's when we're trying to navigate. So hey, just keep me and my family in your prayers if you can. Drop some prayers in the comments if you want. But like I said, give me about a week, kind of get things, try to get things back in order. We'll be back on here, but y'all, hold on, hold on with me. Like I said, y'all, y'all have a blessed night, bless up.